Hello, this is Craig Lane with Health Alchemy YouTube channel, talking about a detoxification series, and now we're going to talk about drainage. One of the ways you can look at drainage, if you watch a river, for example, there's these things in nature called dendritic patterns, and it's where the small goes to the large or the large goes to the small. So, for example, this is part of a dendritic pattern. There are tiny little capillary beds out here, but the larger, as you work your way back to the heart, the blood vessels get larger and larger. The same thing happens in life. You have this large river with smaller rivers feeding it, right? Coming down the mountain. And we call that a watershed. The body's the same way. The body's a series of fluid watersheds. And so what drainage is getting stuff out of the body somehow in a skillful method so that there's little or no symptoms occurring. So what we're saying there is that you go through a detoxification, cell, tissue, whatever, and then once you transform that waste and package it up, you got to get it out of the body. So the analogy I use is that the cell's like the room. You know when you're a kid and you got a messy room and you throw everything under the bed and in the closet, but nothing's really clean, you just kind of reorganized it? That's kind of what happened in a lot of people's cells. But then if you're really cleaning out your room, then there's a garbage can in each room. So you clean the junk in your room, you put it in that garbage can, but the garbage can fills up. And that's your organs. That's your spleen, that's your liver, that's your kidneys, that's your filtering organs. They start to fill up and they're the bedrooms. Then it goes to the master gland, which is sort of like the kidneys and the gut. That's the garbage can that the small garbage cans go to out on the street. Right? You got your garbage cans in your room, they fill up the garbage can on the street. Then the garbage man has to come and take them away, otherwise the front of your house looks pretty rotten. Right? That's where most people end up, is one of those garbage can steps gets full, then they have symptoms and they wonder why. A lot of times it's because they're not draining. And there's a lot of detoxification protocols where drainage is not addressed. So if you're detoxing and you're not having a lot of bowel movements, you're not doing it right. If you're not urinating a lot, if you're not sweating, you're not doing it right. Because you got to get that stuff out somehow. You can't just transform it and leave it inside. Nor can you chelate mercury poisons in the brain and expect them to get out by themselves. You're going to have to protect your kidney and your gut at the very least. Because a lot of poisons get stirred up from their little packaging area and then redistributed somewhere else. So what we like to do here at Health Alchemy is encourage drainage. So if a new patient comes in, we say, I want to detox, I'm going to say, first question is, how many bowel movements a day are you having? Are you urinating a lot? What's the color of your urine? Are you drinking enough water? Are you able to sweat? So you see what I'm saying here is we're looking at, are the channels of elimination even open? Because if they're not, that's the first piece of work. And that's the piece with drainage. Just like the stuff on the top of the mountain has to work its way down through all the small streams into the big stream and then out in the ocean, right? So the ocean's like where the watershed finally, every watershed ends up is in an ocean or a large body of water, right? And for us, that's the toilet, right? So we want to make sure that we're draining everything out and getting it out, not redistributing it somewhere else. And that's the main point of the video, is get it out. How will I know I'm doing this? You will typically feel lighter. You're doing it right too, because old memories may resurface, like, oh, I had this problem 20 years ago, and now there's this memory of this trauma that I never really could work out, and now it's coming into my consciousness. That to me is like, that's healing crisis right there, and that's good opportunity is what that is. Good opportunity to look at something you couldn't look at because you were too young or too messed up to deal with at the time. One of our drainage strategies that's free is breathing. Because we also drain through our lungs. We convert acids to carbonic acid and we breathe out carbon dioxide. So one of the ways you can encourage drainage is, and you can really emphasize the exhale as a relaxing quality too, because when we're relaxed, we detoxify more easily. What's going to let go more easily, this or this? See? Very obvious, right? This is going to let go much easier than the clenched fist. So, if you'd like more information about how to breathe through drainage, we have other videos provided, such as the alternate nostril video, the circular inward breath video, and the breath of fire video. I think you might find these all very helpful, and it's free. Wonderful. This is Craig Lane with Health Alchemy YouTube channel, describing a process I view as more important than detoxification itself, and that's drainage. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy more of our videos here on our Health Alchemy YouTube channel.